Morning. Not the best, not the prettiest of sights, I must admit. It's been a night of swirling winds and mists, and surprising this mountain weather, how it's so changeable. The stars one minute, the next minute it's sort of all misty. And the soap barn, the sort of basher, there's been water condensing underneath it. So these ideas with the sort of lowlands, sometimes in the mountains, they're not the best. It hasn't been a big problem, but I can see drops of water all over it. So it's about 6 o'clock. The sun is just in amongst all that mist over there. My morning companion in bed was a big black slug climbing up one of the rush leaves here. So anyway, I might get another half an hour sleep and let things dry out, and then we'll have some breakfast. Just put the brew on now, so quite a bit of mist swirling around. So I'm just waiting for the daughter to wake up. We've had some ponies running around this morning early. Raven's just on the stands up there, and a merlin chasing a meadow pipit as well. So there's the setup. There's the tent. Sun's having a fight with this cloud up here now, just seeing if he can come over, warm us up and dry all the gear out. So having a cup of tea, and then we'll have some bacon in a minute. Well, it's just after 7:30, so a bit tired. Get a bit of nice warm sunshine, that'll be okay. So just cooking up some bacon. The mist seems to have lifted mainly. The sun's trying to get out this cloud. There's a bit of mist at the top where we're heading later on. We just must go closer to the top there. That's it. So there's a little bit of cloud up coming over the top there, but it'd be nice to have a bit of bacon and egg. And nice view of the sugar loaf down there. So we're going to have this food, and then we're going to break camp. Just breaking camp now. The weather's gone fine. We're going to head off up there soon. And I'm just going to say a word about these springs. This is the spring we were camping near. We've been drinking water across the mountain, and we really enjoyed the different tastes. When you get this is a sort of slightly more acidic spring, and then there's been ones that are coming out the limestone. People get a bit worried about drinking from these places, but you're okay if you can work back to where it's coming from out the ground, and you get to a place like that, then you're pretty okay. That's coming straight out of that ground there, and it's really nice to just try the different flavours. There's it running down. It's got all these different plants going down the flush. And these places that sheep like, so you have to watch the sheep. Sometimes they like dying near water, and they certainly like to graze these nice little swards, these lawns. So if you can get to the sort of source of it like that, then you're okay. And it's definitely worth having a drink. So we're just packed up now and ready to go. Hopefully we can report from the top later on. So just go in now. Left it all reasonably tidy, no rubbish or anything. So thanks for having us here, and see if we come here again sometime. There's a handy little spot with the spring here, this high up, with clean water. So off we go. Just getting a bit nearer now to the top, which is up there. Just one big peat bog apparently, but look at this countryside here, just like something out of Lord of the Rings. The heather coming down, it's just very bleak, there's nothing much there. So we're just going to do this bit of a horseshoe now. We're going to drop down a bit and then we've got to climb up. Hopefully the weather keeps fine for this little bit now. This is the summit of the Black Mountains. It's quite a sort of dull summit as they go. It's a big peat bog, big chunk of peat. There's somebody over there doing some, I just had a chat with him, he's doing some ham radio. So he's doing something where he sends out signals and talks to people and that. So that's the trig point over there, what's left of it. So this is the highest point on this particular range. We're going to head off back towards the car. It takes several hours, and that's the way we're heading to, which is Gadar or something, which is like the top of the chair. So we can see where we went the other day. Just down there is where we camped last night. Just across the valley there, towards that sort of flat topped hill. There's the Sugarloaf again down there. Just about to see the Severn Estuary possibly. So we're just got here off as well. We're going to head off back. Most of it's downhill, so we see how we get on. There we are. Busy places, these mountains these days. Farmer going past on a, actually no, it's somebody on a motorbike. Really busy. And just showing you the erosion here of the peat. Actually it is the farmer, and he's got a couple of sheepdogs behind him. Usually they're on a quad or something, but that looks like a motorbike. No, the erosion, look at this, this is going on with sort of climate change, you know, faster and faster. I guess some of the tops of these hills, which are all peat, they're sort of getting lower and lower all the time. You can make some lovely fires out of that. Definitely could. Here's rubbing a run past the ponies up on these hills. There's one come to have a look at us. There's another sheepdog coming past. The sheepdog there, look at that. He's been for a bit of a run. How weird, he's looking for another spare sheep that the shepherd's left behind. He's covering a bit of ground, it's incredible. There's ponies there. Anyway, let's carry on. So we're now on Gadar Vara, the top of the big chair, in lovely sunshine. Just looking over to where we spent the night, across the valley. Interesting thing here is this summit top. We're in the middle of a lot of peat bog, which is quite cold, and these are the only sort of pile of rocks around for miles. And what I reckon, there's lots of bees and wasps coming here. I think they're coming here to actually warm up so that they can go off onto the heather, because there's miles of peat bog, and it's not the place for an insect to sort of warm up, a fly or a bee or whatever. So they're all coming here. It's like a little heating station. So we're just surrounded by wasps and bees, but none of them are getting vicious. It's quite amazing, really. And we're going to head down along the ridge now, and we got some very high level forestry. So it'd be interesting to have a look at that, to see what's going on, how big the trees are growing. We'll see how far we go along. We're not sure where we're dropping down off the ridge yet today, so we'll see how we get on. It's like 1 o'clock now, just after 1 o'clock. If we do an hour, and then see where we are and see where we drop down into the valley. Amazing how the weather changes. There's some big clouds forming now. There's quite a bit of heat, and I think it's sort of blowing up some clouds, which I wonder if they get thundery later on. We're just going past this, the raven overhead. We're just going past this high level forestry. It doesn't look like it's economic, but I mean, those are growing okay. They look healthy, but obviously not growing very fast. I wonder if it was ever worth it. If you plant birch and whatever, fair enough, but the thing is, they churn up the ground, and then I don't think the farmers would like it, because that's a perfect place for foxes to hang out and nip out and have their sheep. So yes, it looks a bit of a mess on this moorland, but once upon a time this was all covered in forest. You know, we know from looking in the peat that there would be birch woodlands up here, so this modern appearance of treeless hills is very artificial, caused by sheep. 3:30 now. We've been walking for quite a way over these heather moors, looking back the way we've come. We're hoping to find a path where we start to drop down off the top. We're a pretty dead beat. There's a lot of beautiful heather here. We've had a lot of bees whizzing past us, looking a bit angry that we're going past, but weather's gone now cloudy again. But this is a beautiful sight, this heather. It's just all the way across. This is where the merlin that I saw this morning very early would be hunting over these moors for meadow pipits. Hoping to find the path down off the ridge now and make our way to the village. We're sort of pretty exhausted, and we're out of water, so I think we'll be looking for a spring on the way down. Christmas trees which have made their way out of the plantation up on the top here, looking reasonably healthy, really, considering the wind they must be getting. So final one from here now. We're just dropping down back to the village again, and that's the ridge across there that we started off. Then we went right all the way around there clockwise, all the way to the top, to the highest point. So, pretty tired. Looking forward to our bed tonight, I think, or certainly a few beers. Beautiful weather now. Try and rain up on the ridge there, but it didn't, kept calm. Heather. I know it's just picking a bit of heather now for I just show myself now the terrible state that I'm in after that. Must be crazy. There we are, we've done that all the way around there. We're just dropping down into the village now. Taken longer than I thought. This last bit always does. And really tough, it's suddenly gone hot. As we dropped out of the mountains, we haven't lost the breeze and it's really, really warm. So, just having a final breather, the final push. Talk about this stick I'm carrying. This is been cut from a spindle tree in France, and as far as walking sticks go, I really like it with rocky bits, particularly if you're going downhill and it's slippery. But this spindle is the strongest I know for its lightness. You get nothing that's so light and so strong. It's incredible. I used it to support the Zelf barn last night. So yeah, I'll just say about the spindle. Here we go then, just down there, and that nice valley.